Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Okay, where to start? So there's been a long delay since between the last video, so several months, maybe 4 or 5 months since my last cash stuffing and budgeting envelope video has been filmed and uploaded. And the reason for that is that I had to have surgery. So I had been really sick, so I already knew I was going to have surgery eventually. And basically what happened is I got to the point where I just could not physically put it off any longer. So maybe a little over a year ago, probably pre-COVID, maybe, so a little more than a year ago for sure, I was diagnosed with uterine fibroids and was aware that the permanent solution was going to be to have a hysterectomy. And so what they did was, what me and my doctor discussed was, going through several other treatment methods to, help with the side effects of, and I won't be really detailed in it, but the side effects of uterine fibroids. So I did all of that, and then basically I just got to a point where even those things weren't working. So I had to have surgery about 3 weeks ago at this point. Well, not quite 3 weeks, but on Thursday. So I am filming this video on Labor Day, and on Thursday of this week, that will be 3 weeks since I had the surgery. I ended up having to stay in the hospital for 2 days, which was not the original plan. However, that was probably the best thing. My pain was managed very well. So when I came home, I did not have a lot of pain. I did not take any of my narcotics while I was at home, basically because I didn't have them, but that's a whole different issue that really was between the doctor's office and the pharmacy. But the short version of it is I didn't have the pain medicine to take. But I also was not in that type of pain to need them either. Now, I had a bunch of bloating discomfort because of the way the procedure is done. And once that was taken care of, I ended up taking Miralax to help with that. And then once that was over, I was feeling fine. So I had a little soreness, which was expected, and I'm trying to get my words together so I can stop having these pauses and saying but I had some soreness, which was expected. I did have one little incident where I thought one of my incisions had opened, but it had not. It was just the way it looked while it was healing. Other than that, really, I'm thankful and very grateful that my recovery has been going very well. You never know what can happen when you're going under the knife and getting anesthesia and those kinds of things. So I'm very grateful that I was able to return home to my family and go on about my life and get back to these videos. So now, I'm going to show you a couple of things that I've been doing, because now I will have time to do this. So I haven't done it yet because I didn't want to delay this video anymore, but then I haven't. So I told you all that I was going to be making my own cash stuffing envelopes. Well, here's what I did. So I'll show you this one first. So this was is a mini budget happy planner. Okay, I'll show you what the front of it looked like. So this was actually the front cover. And so I just wanted something a little bit more neutral, something that matched these this gold rings a little bit better that I put on here. Because this came with, let me see if I can find, I don't have any of the pages in here still, but it came with rings, plastic rings that were in all of these different colors. And that was just a little, so that was just too busy for me. So even though even this is too busy for me, it still is, goes with the gold rings, which is what I like. So basically this one is going to be my sinking funds binder. So I'm going to use, well, these envelopes are in here for now, so I probably will keep these in here because I'm not going to have these out and about, like taking with me every day anywhere. So I'm going to use these regular envelopes. I bought these, I actually did buy these envelopes to use with this planner actually, and that's why they're all of these different colors that match that color scheme that's already on there. So I have a let me see something just real quick. I have a forget it. I have a diagram here, basically a grid, a legend, that's what it is, a key on what color envelopes are for what. So this is mine, and that was the other thing that I said I was going to do. So the name of the channel, and the name that I've been using, like I said, based on my middle name, which starts with a D, and so I've been referring to myself as Miss D all this time. And then I also have another channel where I also refer to myself as Miss D also. And so, like I stated before, that is not necessarily a fake name. It was more of a stage name, if you will, because like I said, my given middle name does start with a D, and at the time I just wasn't ready. I didn't want to use my real name. So there is my real name because I didn't cover it up. So, but my friends call me Gigi, and so that is what I will be going by going forward, is Gigi. So I want to be as transparent as I can be, and so that's my first step in doing so. So unless you already actually know me, or if you already actually know me, then you know what my children's names are. But I covered them up just basically for the sake of doing it. So if you don't know them, you won't know them. However, so each of them have a color. Let me make sure I can do this. Okay, so there we go. This one is my son, this one is my daughter. My son is 23, my daughter will be 18 in about 26 days because she keeps reminding us every day. So these are the categories I have for them. So I need to, because he's, like I said, he's 23, so he's too old to be on my dental insurance now. So I'm going to get him an individual plan for dental insurance, and so that he can get some, dental work done if he needs it. Miscellaneous, this is just to help him, in case he has anything comes up that is like a major expense. That's going to be for his birthday, obviously, his car. I'm going to try to save some money to buy him a car, or to help him buy a car, and then Christmas. And basically my daughter has the same, with the addition of she has dental and medical, so she needs some dental work done. She needs to have her wisdom teeth pulled, and that's about $900 that I have to pay up front. But I will be able to get reimbursed through my FSA account that I have through my employer. Medical, this is just going to be for stuff like co-pays and stuff like that, because she is going to some she goes to the doctor a couple times out of the year, so that will be for co-pays. This is for if she needs to get her hair done. She has a job, so that's just like to help, just in case, if at some point she needs some help getting her hair done. Or she can use it for nails, so maybe I'll make that hair and nails. This is miscellaneous, and these miscellaneous categories will be for stuff like just if they, just ask me for some money or something like that. So that's what that will be for. And I'm also going to help her get a car. She's in more of a hurry than my son is, imagine that. And birthday, and I forgot Christmas for her. Let's see. Okay. One for my mother, so just in case I want to buy her something, birthday and Christmas. This is for car registration, my AAA account. I pay my renter's insurance. I think it's paid once they bill it every month, but I want to pay it every 6 months. So that's what I'll be saving this money for. So as of today's date, it's been paid through September. I'll have to think of something else. I'm sure there's something else that's supposed to go here. This miscellaneous category will be any of my own car expenses. So whether that be savings for another car, or and I'm thinking about Car Shield, so I'm gonna put this here. If any of you have used that company and have any reviews or anything to say about Car Shield, comment below and let me know what your experience was with that. And my last category is miscellaneous. So these are more like long-term savings for a car, a house, and like family vacations and those kinds of things. So I believe each of these have 6 envelopes. Okay, and that's what that's for. Okay. Now, I have been doing better keeping track of my expenses, but I bought this mini planner. Let me see. Okay. So I bought this. Of course, I changed it inside out. So I'm not sure why all of the not all of them, but the majority of them that I purchased, I don't like the cover that comes with them, and I usually don't like the rings. That was no different with this planner. This came with, I don't remember what color they were, but they were plastic. And I didn't dislike this cover. I just wanted something that was just a little less. So I flipped them, changed the rings. It's no different. That's kind of just what I do. Okay. So let's see, you have another little thing in here. Okay, so you'll see here where I started keeping track of my expenses. So this is just like because I'll keep this with me when I leave the house. So this is, I'm gonna use this calendar, these monthly calendars, to just write down my expenses, which is how you see what I did here. So Saturday I spent $363 on groceries. I spent $60 on gas, and then I was getting some work done. I need a brake light replaced on my car, and so I had a mechanic looking at it, and he wasn't able to fix it that day, but I still gave him $50 for his time because he really did spend quite a lot of time trying to figure out what was wrong, and it was not as simple as just changing the bulb. And then today, see, this is why I use erasable pens. I wrote down that I gave my son $10, but I actually gave him $20. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna sit this to the side until we're ready to stuff the envelopes. These envelopes are not labeled, but I'm gonna just put a Post-it on here until I can design what I want to put on these envelopes. And then in the interim, while I'm doing that, I'm going to design an actual envelope that will be my actual design. Count how many times I said actual or basically or not, because then I'm gonna feel bad. Okay, so I'm gonna put this to the side and show you what I did. So I made this little key here that helps me keep up with these envelopes. So as you can see, I use the colors of the envelopes to match the highlighters. So everything in green is a household expense. Everything, or the pink and the blue, those are for my son and my daughter. I can feel that I have a tracker inside of each one of these envelopes. So as I'm stuffing them, I'll just write on the Post-it which envelope is which, because I have another card like this, and this is just a large Post-it. I mean, not a Post-it note, it's a index card is what these are called. And so when I did my budget, and I think I did this, not that I know I did this before I did this. So some of the things that are listed here are not listed here, but the cash should match up with what's on here. So anything that's missing, I will write it in, or if I did not pay that this month, I will cross that off. So I'm gonna be making my daughter pay for her own Apple Music since she's the one that uses it. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. If you know teenagers, you know, yeah. Anyway, so like I was saying before, this cash should match up with what's in here, or what this is, but actually it won't, because for some reason here I put Oh no, that should be it, because that's $75. So that would have been, so I budget 300 for groceries for the month, and this is 150. So yeah, I was thinking that I had only budgeted 75 for 1 week and then for 2 weeks of gas, but that's not what happened. Okay, so let's start stuffing right. So as I'm going through here, if anything has already been paid, which I don't think, only some of fuel and some of groceries, or really more than that for groceries, then we'll discuss that at that point. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna go through, oh, let's try to do it this way. Okay, I think I wanted to go this way. This is rent. So I'm gonna put $438 for rent. There's 4. $30. Okay. It's $438. That's going in my envelope for rent. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to add so today on 9/6 we added 438. All right, on here, this is right. This is phones, and here you'll see I have allotted $100 for phones. And 50. Put that in here. Sorry, phone. Sorry, I don't have any nails on. Now would be a good time to have them on if I was trying to be cute, but I haven't been able to wash my hair. Or because I wash my hair in the sink. I don't wash my hair in the shower because I don't like the feeling of the products on my body. So because I haven't been able to bend over in the sink or at the sink, I haven't washed my hair in quite a while, so it's braided so that it doesn't, get tangled and any of that, because I didn't have time to do it before my surgery. So yes, it's been a minute since I washed my hair. Okay. This is the storage. I had already paid $200 to cover August and September. So today we are adding nope. I'm adding $90. Okay, so I know what this is. So this is me trying to get a month ahead of my bills. That's what this plan is. Okay, I remember why I did it this way. Okay, so the $438 is half the rent. The phone bill is about $100 a month. And storage is $90 a month. So my plan was that since these are basic expenses that I have to pay every month, so these are fixed expenses. Let me say that. For me, these are fixed expenses, with the exception of groceries. But I usually do pretty good not going over my budget. However, so phone bill, storage, and the renter's insurance, those are the amounts that are on here. So let me write them on here. These are the actual monthly amount. This is $46. Everything else is half. Okay, so how can I designate? So I can do half. Everything else, gas and electric, these are estimates of what I would pay for the full month. So I expect my electric bill to be at least $300 a month. I expect my gas bill to be, no, my gas bill is not that high. So this is an estimate of my gas bill. Okay, so this is $150. This is $140. This is $438. This is $150. And these are $50 each. I don't want to write it right there because there's not really enough room to do it on both lines. Okay, so that makes more sense. So hopefully that didn't confuse you, because it sure confused me. Okay, $90 for storage. So we have a 50 and we have two 20s. Okay, and this is the total amount that will be paid in October. So this will cover October. Okay, and that's for, I'll write that, this is for October. Okay, can you see that? Nope, you couldn't. Okay, so I wrote on there that on today, 9/6, I've added $90, and that's for October. Electric expenses. trying to make sure we're still in frame. Forgot to check that off. That's been paid and that one was paid. So we're working on October. And we're going to be adding $150. We're adding 150. And it's going to be 100 and a 50. This next envelope should be for my gas bill. Well, I didn't check these off. 9-6. You're adding $100. $100. Next one should be for groceries. Now, for this, I'm not going to add any money here because I spent the money on my debit card, and so I need to put the money back in the bank. But for groceries, so I'm gonna write on here on 9/4, I spent $363. So basically I have really already spent the month's budgeted amount for groceries, which I'm okay with that because I really got a bunch of stuff. I stocked up my freezer and got several pantry items. So basically I'm over by $63 on my budget. Okay, so I'll have to keep that in mind. So I'm not going to be adding, so I'm gonna take the money out here so I know for groceries that was $150 total. Oh, I had 2 5s, a lot for that, because I was going to break that up in $75 increments. So I'm going to set this to the side because this needs to go into the bank. So when I get paid again, I really should be putting another $150. I shouldn't really be putting anything else in here, but I know I have to buy something else like fresh fruit, milk, and eggs. Oh, fold it. I forgot the Post-it note. Groceries. Okay, so I put the Post-it here already. Can you see it? For fuel. And the budget for fuel is $7.20. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40. I spent $60 on my credit card. So I'm taking this 60 out to reimburse that. That has to go into the bank. So I have that was too much. Okay, wait a minute. So this should have been 150. So this is 20, 40, no, that's 100. 2 20s. That was 2 5s. Nope, that was right. 20, 40, 60, 80. 140. Oh, okay, that's right. I don't know why I was having a brain fart. Okay, so that money's going in the bank. So what we're going to write down on here is that we were going to add, so on 9/4, well, let's just keep the dates consistent because this is the day I'm adding the money, but I've already, so let's just say that it was 140. We used 60 for gas. We have $80 left. Okay, so I wrote in the corner, you can see that right here, that is the monthly amount. So that's the amount we're putting in here. Okay. Okay, I really hope that you all do come back and watch, because those 20 subscribers, I really am grateful for you all, and I really was not expecting to be that long. I really wanted to be consistent with doing this budget because, for a lot of reasons, because I'm trying to keep myself accountable, and you know, it's a journey, and somebody else needs to be kept accountable too. So even if you're not doing YouTube videos, even if you're just doing your budget as you're listening to these videos, mine or anybody else's for that matter, it's gonna help. Okay. Okay. Clearly I don't remember the amount that I paid already for renter's insurance, but nonetheless, we're going to add, and I'm not going to check these boxes off until that month is actually paid for. So today I'm putting 9/6. I'm going to add $46 in here. Okay. Going to add $46. Oh, also, this won't add up because I just remembered all of these ones, because I was really like, why do I have all of these ones when here you can clearly see that I only needed one $1 bill. I gave the teller an extra 20, and yeah, I think it was an extra 20. No, extra, I gave her a $40 in total to just basically make whatever the difference was in one. So that's why I'm going to have more ones. Okay. So we're going to pay $46 here. We're adding $46. We're not paying anything just yet. Okay. Now, for my daughter's miscellaneous expenses, she should get 5 5. So I think what I'll do is I'll take this money out of the money that's going to the bank, and I'll change this out, because my son would have gotten $50 also, but he already used 20 of it. So he's only getting 30, okay? And then my daughter should have 50 because she didn't ask for any. So let's see. So we need $40 out of this, and I'm pretty positive this is not $40. Pretty sure this is about $30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, I'm not gonna stress about it this time. I'm just gonna make up the difference with the money I have over here that's going to the bank. So I'm gonna put all of this with this money that's gonna go to the bank, and I'm gonna switch out this. So here's the ones, I'm gonna put that to the side. She needs $40 to go here. So I'm gonna give her, well, I don't have any change, so it's gonna have to be, I'll do this because he usually wants $20 at a time. So that's 20, she's got 30, and she needs, no, let me do it this way. So now that's 30. And 50. We'll do it that way. Okay. Did I already put our sticker on there? Nope. Forgot to put my renter's insurance sticker on. Okay, here's my daughter one. And we're going to add 50. Sorry, I keep forgetting I'm out of frame when I write it down that way. So we're adding 50 for hers. So we have 3 10s and 120. She doesn't know. Oh, I do have some other money that I need to add to her sinking fund, which might be what I do. So since I spent this money on my credit card, and my credit card payments aren't due until the next payday, which is next week, I could just use this money to fund some of my sinking funds, because all I'm doing is making a payment on my credit card bill, and I'll just be paying that off, and I'm already budgeting the cash to do that. Maybe I'll use this money for my sinking funds, and then I can do a separate video about that. So I think that's what I'm gonna do instead of doing that. I'm gonna think about that. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Okay, here, where he would have had $50. So there was 50. He's already used 20. We are at 30. Okay, so he actually got this money today on the day that I was going to be stuffing these envelopes. So I'm gonna put that 30 in there. And put the sticker on there. And now we're done with the household portion of the budget. Okay, of the envelopes anyway. And this is the part that will go, that I'll keep with me in my purse when I leave or whatever. Okay, so we're gonna check these off. I did not. Oh. Y'all, I am so nerdy. I'm sitting here trying to erase this ink, and now I realize why I can't, which is the reason I use erasable ink, and I don't like to use whiteout. However, this purple ink is not my friction ink pen that I use normally. This purple ink is a pen that I keep at my job, and I was probably bored, and I did not I was pretty sure that this was the budget I was going to stick to, so that's why I wrote all of this in that ink pen, and that's not erasable ink. So now I'm going to be mad. I don't have any whiteout here, so I'm not going to worry about it. I need to add an envelope for internet because we didn't set any money aside for that. So these are paid. Those are funded, I should say. Rent, phones, storage, fuel, and groceries is done. Here we funded also electric with $150. We funded gas with $100. We funded renter's insurance of $46, which is the actual amount. You'll see down here it says $60. Let's cross that out and make that number 46. We'll keep this. We'll keep these numbers at 100 and 150. And then we funded our son for 50 and our daughter for 50. And those are funded. So then, since these, I can, let me see, I don't think I have any more. I think I used all of the envelopes between the two binders. But let me go see, because then if I don't, I can at least add an internet envelope. Amazon, that's my Amazon Prime account. I don't really think I need an envelope for that, but let me go real quick and see. Okay, I'm back. I did have an extra one. Yay, me. So, internet. And we'll go ahead and fund that right now. I guess I'll have to get a card. I'm not gonna go do the card on this video. So I'm gonna use my Happy Planner. This is the big punch. I do have the classic size punch, but it's at work. So we'll see. Okay, so let's kind of line these up and see how these were punched. So I was working on other projects before. So you see I have these little markings. And so for the envelope, that is the marking, if you can see it. This mark right there is the one for the envelopes. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're going to add this envelope back here. I'll have to update this to add internet here, but I guess I'll have to get a whole new card to, oh, well, no, I don't have to. I could just write it in right here. Internet. And the monthly amount for that is $70. So I have enough to go ahead and fund that. So we're going to fund that with a 50 and a 20. We don't need any ones, no fives, no tens, no $100 bills. And I'll tally this up off camera. Okay. I'm gonna take this cash, fund that. Internet bill is $70 a month. I'm gonna fund that. Now that takes care of let me think. I don't remember. I don't think any of these have the cards in them. No, they don't. So I think I'm gonna have one envelope for subscriptions, and then that way I can add. And the reason is normally Amazon and Disney Plus, if your bill is not paid on the due date, they're not turning your service off, okay? And that's the primary thing you want to be concerned about. So I think I'm gonna take this Amazon and add it with this Netflix and just call this subscriptions and pay these online, because that's usually where they're paid anyway. I mean, not usually, that's where they're paid, because there's no Netflix store or Amazon store to go and pay your Amazon Prime bill. So I'm going to make this $33 and include Amazon on here. Going to check, cross this off, and my daughter is going to pay this Apple Music out of her check, her money, and I think that covers it for this paycheck. So there is, because I've been on medical leave, this paycheck was it was almost exactly the amount I needed. Actually, it was like $1,315, because this was the check that I was getting while I was still actually at work. So the next checks that I get will be less, because, well, actually they owe me some money, so the next check I get will be a little higher than normal. But in October, oh, you're gonna get a sneak peek. Are you gonna get a sneak peek? Well, I'll show you how it's set up for now. So in October, when I get paid on this day, and that's what this little dollar sign is for, that is a payday. That means this is a payday. This will be an actual check that reflects what I'm getting paid while I'm on medical leave, and this is actually the last week of that medical leave. So bittersweet. It's coming quickly, so I am enjoying being off because I'm going to be able to catch up and get back on track with my YouTube videos and get some stuff done around the house that I've been really wanting to get done. And we're going to talk in another video about the importance of sinking funds, as I'm going to tell you about some expenses that I'm facing, that if I had a sinking fund would not be stressing me out right now. Neither here nor there though. Okay. Oh wait, but the good thing about October is there's 3 paydays for me in October. Even though this money, when I get paid on the 29th, that will go towards November bills, but still, so those are things that are fun to think of. Also, like I said, by the time you see this in October, this will probably not look like this. However, I may keep it like this because these were the stickers that actually came with, I think it was the extension pack, I think. But November is blank, so in November I'm going to show you a different method, okay, or a different layout. Anyway, we'll talk about October when it's time for October. Talk more about October when it's time for October. But oh, so this amount was about 13. This was like 13, 15 and some change. Yeah, so this is much lower than normal because, like I said, they owe me some money for one of these weeks, for 1 week while I was there, that they accidentally did not pay me for. In theory, there's no money really left over because this money is going, I think I'm just gonna put this money in the bank and not worry about the sinking funds just yet. Not just yet. Okay. Just gonna put it in the bank so it'll cover. I'll just have it for savings maybe. Oh, in a separate video, I'm gonna talk about some savings challenges that I'm gonna be doing. I think I'm gonna do the $1 savings challenges for sure. I think I'm gonna try the 100 envelope savings challenge, but I'll think about it and we'll talk about it in another video. So anyway, thank you all for watching. If you did come back and stop by and have faith in me that I was gonna come back, I really appreciate you. And I just want to be consistent for myself and for you all, but more so for myself and for my family, because there's just some things that I just want for them that they deserve, and I want them to have it. So y'all keep praying for me, I'll keep praying for you, and you all have a great day. Bye bye. Maybe next time I'll have my nails done if my hair is done and I'm feeling all pretty and jazzy. And now that you all know who I am, maybe I'll start showing my face around here every now and then. Toodles.